Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to FILMspiration, the place where filmmakers come to get inspired. My name is writer-director Edgar Ibarra. Let's get down to business vampire style. So what does that mean? That simply means that basically it's really freaking late, but I had some thoughts and words that I wanted to get off my chest and on the record. So here we go. Was recently talking to a friend, and this person was basically laying out like a lot of different things that are going on in his life. And so he lets me know about, a few complications that he has going on. He's in the creative world, he's in the creative realm. And my 2 cents in talking to him was basically letting him know like, hey, you know what? What if you do kind of like a mini recalibration of your life? Now, he does the side hustles. He's a filmmaker, but he also has tried other things, and maybe he hasn't been so successful at these other things the way he's been successful at, I don't know, like when he has been on set behind the camera and doing his thing. And so I just thought about the topic of reorienting. Now, does that mean that as a creative person, myself, all you filmmakers, all you actors and actresses out there who have your main thing, but you also kind of have to like maybe do another side hustle or another thing on the side, or maybe not have to, but maybe you want to try to do something else on the side. I'm talking to you guys, and so to you guys and gals. The reason why is because, let's just be honest, let's be frank about Tim Price. Tim, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Tim, jump in if you want on this topic. Basically, I'm talking about how, as artists, sometimes, if we have to have the day job, right, which I'm thankful to have my day job, if we have to have that, if we have to do that, and then maybe you have to come up with another side hustle, sometimes the side hustles will work, sometimes they won't. And that doesn't mean that when they don't work, that doesn't mean that like things went wrong. It just means like you tried something while you're doing your main thing, while you're walking your main path. And if it doesn't work out, it didn't work out, and that's all right. You just keep on going. I mean, that's my 2 cents on that. It doesn't mean that, and a lot of times it comes down to a lot of fear of judgment of what other people are going to say, what other people are going to think. My 2 cents on that, screw what other people think, because they're not living your lives. Screw what other people think, because if you're going to, live your life heavily based upon, what other people are thinking and saying and their opinions, you're really not going to get anything done. And so guess what? If you have a loss on your record, then you just keep on going. And Kat Roger, hey Kat, how you doing? A little wave out to you. My 2 cents on that is forget about what other people, whatever their thoughts and opinions on your even trying may be. My 2 cents on when you have a loss on your record is, if it was a side hustle that you tried and it just kind of didn't work out, that's fine. You learn from it, you move on, and guess what? Let people know, your loved ones, your close ones around you, let them know like, hey, you know what? This is my path. I tried this other thing and it didn't quite work out, and I'm, going to reorient, and I tried something and ta-da, it just didn't work out. But the point is you keep on moving forward. And I don't know what else to say, because I mean, what's that one saying that's on, I've seen it floating around on Facebook here and there, and people out there, Kat and also Tim, if you can add to this conversation, I'm going to take a drink of water before my tongue falls out of my head. Please add to the conversation of, hey, you got your main thing, you try something else, maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't, but you just keep on moving, you just keep on going. Because, so here's, before I lost my train of thought, I think there's a meme out there that says, or one of these pieces of wisdom out there floating out there that says, the master has failed more than the beginner has ever tried. I know I probably screwed it up, so don't sue me for screwing it up, but you guys get the point. The point is that you become better, you become stronger, you become wiser because you tried something else. Let's say it was a side business, maybe it was a side hustle, and apart from your main thing, and you're scared of the judgment of other people, of what are they going to say if it does work out? What are they going to say if it doesn't work out? And surprisingly enough, people still talk that smack, people still run their mouths when it does work out. as opposed to congratulating you and saying, hey man, good job, good hustle. That's some really good stuff. Thank you for that thumbs up. You're very welcome. People will still run their mouths and run their mouths and talk that smack even when things go right, as opposed to saying, hey, congratulations, that's awesome, it worked out for you. I think a lot of people, when they judge harshly, and you're scared of that judgment, but when, where that's coming from on their end, when they judge harshly, that's coming from a place of deep insecurity, deeply rooted insecurity, but it's wearing the makeup, and it's made up to sound like, confidence, like you can't do that, or I knew you were going to fail, or I knew you were going to succeed because I told you what to do. And, we all know that person or those people in our lives. And so, just don't screw what people think. And honestly, screw what people think. Run out there, do your thing, and try something new on the side. How else are you going to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you if you don't try different things? That's like saying, it's like me asking you, like, well, do you like sushi? And you say, oh no, sushi's gross. That's nasty. Ugh. And I ask you, have you tried sushi? And you tell me, no. Then where's that coming from? Where's that judgment on sushi coming from if you've never tried it? Same thing goes for other endeavors. You might have your main endeavor. Hell, your main endeavor might be the thing that you're just trying. I don't know, but how do you know if you don't try? And even if it does fail, just reorient yourself back to, whatever your original game plan was. Like, okay, you got your day job and you tried this other thing on the side. It didn't work out. Big deal. You know what I mean? Like and you know what's funny? Here's how you want to really beat the critics. Number one, don't care what they think. Who cares what they think? And number two, own your losses. Own your losses publicly. For example, maybe you put a post out. Maybe you say, all right, I tried this and I sucked at it, and it's obviously not my forte, so moving on, back to my main thing, back to my original thing, and you keep on going. Oh well, like you keep on going, you keep on trying. Reorient, always reorient. And here's the funny thing about reorientation also. To all of those of you out there who would look at that as, well, I don't want to constantly tweak and tinker with my life and adjust, and because I'm trying different things. And so some people will see the fact that you're trying different things as, ooh, you're lost. You don't know what's going on. You're lost in life, right? And then they turn that into like this, I'm not lost. I know exactly where I'm going. Give me a break. There are people in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s maybe. I don't know. All ages. And they're still trying to figure it out, except they don't want to admit that they're still trying to figure it out. So they'll make you feel like you haven't had it figured out. And so, Kat, okay, so I got a question here. But anyway, so you get the point, right? And so, so just try. Screw what other people think and own your losses and say, okay, I lost, I tried. And guess what? When you own your loss and you just say, hey, I tried this, didn't work out, you took the power away if somebody's going to come at you, I told you, you're a loser, you suck, and this and that. And then you're like, yeah, I already covered that. Anything else? Blah, 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 blah. Anything else? Blah, 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 blah. And then you just took away all the power from them. So you know what? Those people, seriously, they can, I can tell them exactly where to go, except I'm trying to keep it PG-13 for the kiddos here on Facebook late at night. Kat. Let's get the blind man glasses on. Mina, what is going on? Mina, I love you. How are you? Okay. Kat Rodriguez, great advice. It's always a good thing to realign with your authentic self. We sometimes forget what that, we sometimes forget what the authentic self is. And I definitely love, and either Mina or Kat, love you. Yes, I love you back too, Mina. Either Mina or Kat, if you want to jump in, I can even get you in on, I can bring you on camera or whatnot. But if you want to chime in, just let me know. I'll get you in on this conversation. But yeah, that goes back to your true authentic self. Most people have this problem. Most people have the problem of they never, because of society and the way you grow up, and here's the master plan. You go to school, college, get a job, meet that somebody, produce some babies, have a house, the end, and that's it. We all know it's not that simple. We all know it's definitely not that simplified, if you want to say it like that. You know, whatever. Let me take a drink of water just for a moment. I love y'all. So pause. Okay. Running this one person show, running my mouth like back in the old days, but most people, because of that master plan that society puts out there for them, sadly enough, a lot of people, I feel and I believe, don't. Oh my God, Mina, yep. Heck yeah, putting in that work. And the work's done. I'm on here now. Sadly enough, I think a lot of people, because they listen more to the voices outside of their head, like the society, the social master plan of, again, go to work, go to college, get an amazing job, meet that amazing somebody, the end. It's not always quite like that, as we know, but because of that, I think people don't give themselves the opportunity to just kind of go within and see, wait a minute. And you silence all of those other voices outside and you ask yourself, who am I on the inside? Like, who am I? What do I really like? What am I really good at in this world? Most people, I kind of question, I kind of wonder if most people do that. I have the opposite problem. And it's not really a problem, it's a blessing in disguise. At the age of 14, I discovered, like, okay, my dad's got a video camera and sock puppets, right? So I put the sock puppets and I got a lot of socks and I put the markers for the eyes and hello, right? And that was that. And I discovered from a very early age, like, wow, video is a storytelling, it can be a storytelling medium. And then you go from there, from like the sock puppet shows to I start filming the dogs outside, maybe some leaves hanging off the tree, the sunset, things like that. And then I started come inside, video camera to VCR, and then eventually VCR to VCR, old school. I discovered the power of bringing in different pieces of video together to then cohesively tell a story. And I thought, whoa, what is this? And I discovered that at the age of 14, I'm 38, so let's do some math, 28, 24, so like 24 years ago, in all honesty. Almost 25 years ago, I guess, you know, whatever, the mid-90s. That was my blessing. Now, I call it a blessing of a problem because then I started to listen to society's voices of, okay, a doctor is success. An architect is success. And for the doctors and the architects and all you other people in those crafts and professions that society considers success, right? Good for you. I love you guys. Not trying to dog your crafts. I'm just saying you were meant for that. Not me, but I thought I was, because I was listening to those outside voices. And so I was listening to the outside voices when, from a very early age, I had already heard that inside voice. Video, creating, especially just creating, just telling stories through freaking video. I had heard that voice a long time ago, and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to try medicine. I'm going to try law. And I did. And I sucked because, and on top of sucking at those things, math and science, I also, funny thing always happened. I always gravitated back to the thing that was always at the center of everything. Video storytelling. And I've had tons of video cameras throughout the years as things have evolved, you know. Now I'm, you know, Wayne's World right here, live to the world via freaking phone. And as much as it's evolved, it's always come back to that. So that's a great question, Kat. And that was a great comment, like, you know, returning to the inner self and to your authentic self. I like that. Returning to your authentic self. And so, you know, it's okay to try other things. And hell, maybe you'll even be good at other things for all I know. Mina, you know, I'm trying other things and I'm halfway decent at them. But that doesn't mean that you ditch your main thing. And that doesn't mean that if the other things that you try... Steven, how you doing, man? How you doing, Steve? Little what's up? Go to bed, young man. Mina, I think we are the only two. Oh my God, Mina. Go to bed, young lady. Get some rest. Yeah, I think we are the only two working this late. I forgot what I was blabbing on about. But you know, something about the authentic self. Like, you know, I always had the problem of trying other things, but always gravitating back to that center of doing the thing that I always have known what is me on the inside right here. And that's a blessing, because a lot of people don't even know that about themselves. And I've met people that have gone through their whole lives who have never even given themselves the moment or the time of day to listen to that. So I think that that's awesome. So when you do try other things, if they work out, great. And you have to put in a lot of hard work. Mina, I know you know a lot about hard work. I know few people that hustle as hard as you, Miss Lada. So, you know, when you put in the hard work and it works out, great. And when it doesn't work out, you know, and it's just something like a side hustle, something else you tried, and you're especially worried about, you know, and it feels like the end, like the world's coming to an end. I bet a lot of that has to do with you worrying about other people's opinions and judgments of your loss. Screw them. Screw other people and what they think. Do your thing. Do what's in your mind. Do what's in your heart. And I just did that backwards. Do what's in your mind and then do what's in your heart. That's how you know it's late, and I'm just blabbing on and on and on. So yeah, reorient and always redraw the game plan. You know, if you got your base job, great, but try other things, do other things. And if these other things just add to the foundation of the ultimate thing that you're trying to do, filmmaking in my case, then try it. And if it works out, great. Screw other people. If they don't like it, screw other people and what they think, and own your losses. And you can really tell people to screw themselves. I'm not saying be nasty to people. I'm saying don't care about people's opinions and judgments to the point where you're not doing, where you're crippled. Own your loss if it doesn't work out. Own your loss, do your thing, move on, and say, hey, it was something I tried. And you're going to be a whole lot better, a whole lot richer, because you learned something from it. See? Anyway, I got nothing left to tell you. Steve, Mina, hope you two are still watching. I don't know if the Facebook still have you on here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kat, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. This has been the Vampire Edition. Ooh. Ooh. This has been the Vampire Edition. I'm going to get off Facebook because obviously the brain's starting to shut down and it's becoming apparent. I love you guys all. FILMspiration. Run out there, do your thing, tell your stories, start that business, whatever you have to do, and that's right here. Do it. And if you got a higher power you want to appeal to, do it. Other than that, don't ask for anyone's blessing, anyone's permission. If you don't know how to do it, get on the Googles or the University of YouTube. I hear that tuition is free and there are a lot of lessons to be learned on there. Seek it out. Go sleep. Mina, I will. I will, Mina. Blah, 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 blah. Run out there, tell your stories, do your thing. If you don't know how to do it, use the Googles, go to the University of YouTube. Tuition's free. Everyone, this has been FILMspiration. I love you all. And just that. Do your thing and reorient. Always go back and, redraw the game plan. That's all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.